name is Sarah Fulton, and I'm a recent graduate of the University of Kentucky Didactic program. I would like to thank you for your time and this wonderful opportunity to apply for your internship. I've chosen the Aramark Healthcare Didactic Internship because of your leadership, teamwork, and critical thinking opportunities. I believe this would be a perfect positive environment for me while working under a trustworthy, ethical, and diverse group of. I also believe your internship will help fortify my professional strengths of communication, problem solving, learning, and management. I constantly use these strengths in all aspects of my life. For example, I use communication in the relationships I build with my junior athletes. One of the junior athletes I work with tends to get into his head. The first day I met him, he barely spoke to me. He had already checked out. He was pretty much on the verge of giving up, so I decided I'd talk to him. I went up to him and I said, "Hey, what's up? Why are you shutting down on me?" He looked at me with his head down and said, "Coach, I'm just not playing well today." I looked at him, I smiled, and I said, "I don't care if you hit the ball out. I don't care if you hit the ball halfway to China. I don't even care if you hit the ball in the net. But are you having fun? Because if you're not, chin up, smile, and just start over." From that day forward, he trusted me. Anytime anything went wrong, I was the first person he looked at. We have a pretty good relationship, he and I do now. He talks to me about his day, he tells me what happens at school, he tells me if he gets beat up in a game of rugby. He pretty much tells me anything. But I know it's because I asked him how his day was. And I know that he knows I do care about him. To this day, he still tells everybody I'm his favorite coach, and he still loves to bug me. Another example of my strengths is problem solving. Throughout the time I worked in a restaurant, I constantly had to think on my feet. Whether it was, how am I going to sit these people? How am I going to make their day better? Or how am I going to help out the servers? When I worked at O'Charlie's, I was a server, I was a hostess, and I was also a to-go person. But when I very first started working there, I had switched shifts with the girl because she wasn't feeling well. And I was the only hostess that night. We weren't supposed to be busy, and we pretty much got slammed. I had no bussers. Servers were not cleaning off their tables, so I was pretty much bussing an entire restaurant by myself and constantly seating people. I knew that in order to make people happy, and in order to make my boss happy, I was going to have to keep cleaning off the tables. That night was pretty hectic. I don't want to go back to that night. But I do know that by me taking the first step and taking the initiative, I was able to keep the business going. And I was able to make the servers happy, and I was able to make the customers happy. Now that I have touched on my strengths, I would like to talk about why Aramark, why these locations. I believe this would be a wonderful opportunity for me. I get to experience a new southern state and city, meet new people, experience a new culture, and lastly, I get to try new food. Once again, thank you so much for this opportunity. I hope to hear from you soon.